All right, so the Browns got a C. Oh my God, I'm the odd man out again.
No, I don't think you are.
No,
D.
I don't think you are. I think it's Sora.
I think it's it goes A, B, C, D. I think I'm the odd man out on this one.
I'm like neutral, and you're like bottom worse.
All right, so what we thinking?
Dude, I loved the Browns draft.
I-
You get Michael Hall Jr. out of Ohio State to pair on
Great
that
pick.
already stacked defensive line. Zach Zinter, offensive lineman. Again, already stacked on another addition to your already stacked offensive line.
Prove the trenches.
Team captain of that whole Michigan O-line. Jamari Thrash, you're getting another weapon for whichever quarterback you're going to put out there. Deshaun,
It's gonna be Deshaun.
or whomever.
They cannot have paid him that
Nathaniel
much.
Watson, I thought was an amazing pick. We
That
all
was
had
a
him
great
pretty
pick.
high on our top 5. And they get him at pick 206. And then, you just kind of add Miles Harden out of South Dakota and Juwan Briggs as more depth pieces.
This draft for me showed that they just secured basically their roster.
I'm like, you got good depth in the later rounds, and also some beasts that you can either start immediately on your defensive and offensive line, and also have them as rotational pieces / for Zach Zinter, a swing tackle, guard, whatever, plug and play wherever you need to for injuries.
Burn, I don't know what Damien's talking about. We're about to cook his theory here in a second.
I'll go ahead and say I'm the odd man out here. I thought the Browns had an amazing draft. I know they're still paying for the whole Deshaun Watson thing, which is why they weren't in S tier. But
I just think the very first pick was overkill for what they needed. I like Mike Hall Jr., but let your younger guys develop. They're like, to me, this was like a pick out of desperation because we want to win right now. And I think every single time that they've drafted this way, ever since Kevin Stefanski's been there, they've been drafting heroes. Now, the Zach Zinter, Jamari Thrash, Nathaniel Watson, I love all those picks. But can Zach Zinter play tackle? Because that was one of their biggest needs in this draft, and they did not go out and get one.
Yeah, they killed it with Watson, Thrash, Zinter, Hall, all great players. Hall is gonna help bring amazing depth to that D line where you can run rotation to keep these interior defensive linemen fresh and going, so you can just have.
But that's always the excuse
zone.
with depth is we could keep them fresh, but that's not giving these dudes experience, and that's what's getting them in trouble.
That is true.
You got to keep those guys in there. Keep them fresh. That. This is why good teams are good teams, because they let their guys develop. You don't have a Chris Jones if he's coming out and you're keeping him fresh. Chris Jones stays in there. I don't know. That's just how I see it. The defensive tackle position is one of those things where it's it doesn't have to be hit or miss. They're not the stars of your defense. But on the other side of that, the Jamari Thrash thing, I think that there was, this is a really good pick, but we've seen Jamari Thrash be really good, and then Jamari Thrash just drop passes that he shouldn't drop. Nathaniel Watson is amazing value at number 6. None of these picks,
I think the Jamari
are
Thrash
oh my
thing
God, it's amazing.
They realize that Amari Cooper's not getting younger, and I'm not saying Jamari Thrash should replace Amari Cooper. He's still got years left. But they've realized that the Elijah Moore experiment, which broke my heart because I was really rooting for him, but the Elijah Moore experiment did not work. So now you've got Amari Cooper and Cedric Tillman. Now you're adding Jamari Thrash to that.
Yep.
Didn't they get a wideout in free agency, or was that someone else?
They traded for somebody. I forgot who it was.
Yeah,
but either way. And Jamari Thrash, up and down, had a pretty decent Senior Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Jeudy, that's who they traded.
Jerry Jeudy.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Jerry Jeudy, who is also running low on contract, running out of his contract years.
Let's look at their wide receiver room. Did they really need him? Amari Cooper, Cedric Tillman, James Prochet, Jerry Jeudy, David Bell, Elijah Moore. You didn't need this dude. What depth are you trying to do here? You wasted a 5th round
We're running
pick
a 5 wide receiver set, Dante. That's what you need to realize.
But you didn't need him when you needed other positions like a tackle.
They have one strong side backer on their roster, and that's Devin Bush. I mean, you could use
Who,
Nathaniel
even
Watson
then,
in that
is kind of
situation, but yeah, he's not what he used to be. Jamar, my boy, yeah, they ain't need him. They got too much wide receiver. That's what I'm saying. It's overkill for a 5th round pick. And think about they out of every team on this list, they needed to have their draft the smartest, and I feel like they didn't draft smart. 2nd round, 3rd round, 5th round, 6th round, 2 7ths. So you didn't have a 1st, you didn't have a 4th, and all of your shit was backloaded at this point in time. I don't know.
The
I
Jamari
thought
Thrash one is the biggest red flag to me, at least, because I was like, you just got Jerry Jeudy. If he doesn't play like how he wants, you can get him back on a cheaper deal. Like,
but I absolutely see what Sora's saying too. But I
do.
I don't.
I think they're mid. Like, I
think they should have had a better draft. Like, if you go and look at the draft board for where everybody was, there was better players that they could have picked. Outside of Nathaniel Watson, they get 150% This grade for me went from an E to a D as soon as I saw that, because I was like, I don't know, but that's the Browns draft. The overall grade is a C.
Browns.